What is going down, YouTube? Sith Bauer here. In today's video, you are going to watch me play some Advanced Warfare, the Call of Duty that started it all when it came to the exoing and the movements. The movements and the jetpacks and the boosting and all that fancy jazz. Now, what this vlog is going to be, slash gameplay, is the things that I'm going to miss about the new generation system. The new boost, you know, the boosting, the exo movements, the wall running, all that stuff. We're not going to go into the negatives today. I'm going to do a 3-part vlog on the things that I'm going to miss, on the things that I'm not going to miss, and on the things that I hope I don't see. Stay tuned. I'm probably going to do one a week. This week's is the things that I am going to miss. And why not have gameplay of the game that started it all for Call of Duty's exo movement, but Advanced Warfare, made by Sledgehammer, the same company that's making World War II. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is obvious. It's the movement. The movement was fun. It was different. Don't get me wrong. Again, I'm not going to start with negatives. The negatives are going to be for the next 2 videos for the most part. This one's going to be the positive. I actually did enjoy the movement. It wasn't a deal breaker for me. Whether I really enjoyed it or somewhat enjoyed it, okay, you can make an argument for that. But I did like the movement. It was fast paced. You know, it brought this new sense to Call of Duty that Boots to Ground was kind of failing at. It was different. Some people didn't get used to it. Some people got used to it just fine. Some new players picked it up and said, oh, this is cool, because they never experienced Boots to Ground. But there's a lot of good things that movement brought, and one of them was you couldn't really spawn trap that easy. I mean, you could have an idea of where people were spawning, especially if you're playing competitive Call of Duty like respawn matches like Hardpoint or Uplink or Capture the Flag. You could still have a sense, but you couldn't just all of a sudden just spawn trap and keep people from just coming to the middle of the map or to where the OBJ is, or in TDM to just even leave your spawn. Some of the previous Call of Duties had a lot of issues with that. Now, some people could enjoy that if you were on the attacking side, but if you were on the receiving side of that, it just did not make the game fun at all. Now, you can make the argument, well, don't get spawn trapped. Well, it's kind of hard to do when you're on Boots to Ground and the map's very one-dimensional and you really have a limited amount of places to spawn. A team that knows what they're doing could really pinch you and make things harder. Advanced Warfare and all the other Call of Duties that came after that, like Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, made it really hard to spawn trap. Still possible, but it just made it a little harder because you had to make sure you're looking up and down and that people couldn't get around you. So I saw that kind of as a positive. It just made things fun for everyone. I mean, I get it. A lot of people want to just destroy the other team. And listen, I'm one for that as well. I'm not saying you couldn't. I'm just saying it was really hard to spawn trap versus like COD 4 Remastered. There's matches I've been in COD 4 Remastered where I just couldn't leave the spawn. I couldn't. It was nothing but noob tubes and shit flying my way, and I just could not leave the alley. And yes, I am talking about Crash. Another thing that the new movement brought to Call of Duty was the speed that the matches were played at. It was always fast. You got on, you would finish a TDM match in 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and that was after they made TDM go up to 100. The reason TDM was only up to 75 was because of Boots to Ground. There were a lot of matches in Ghost, okay, in Black Ops 2, in Modern 3, in Black Ops 1, in Modern 2. There were a lot of matches in all of those Call of Duties that never made it to 75. I'm talking TDM. Okay, I had a lot of matches that ended in up to 50 or 40. I even had a few in the 30s, and that's because a lot of people would just hide in corners and just camp, and it was just very slow pace. There were a lot of times where I was playing TDM that it would reach the 10-minute limit. That never happened in Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare. These matches are done quick, they're done fast. Sure, it makes it harder to maybe go on streaks, but regardless, I think, I'm someone that needs to, you know, I can't just sit around for 10 minutes and see a match go up to 40 because I can't find anybody because everyone's in a closet. Okay? So I did enjoy that speed. I did enjoy how you could get on and power through 3 matches in under 15 minutes. I did enjoy that. I'm gonna kind of miss that as well. Another thing that I enjoyed about the new Call of Duties were the fact that it changed the pace of the game. It made it faster, okay? It made it a little less stale because it was getting stale, and a lot of us were complaining once Ghost came out that just Call of Duty just lost an edge. It needs something. We don't know what that something is. We're gamers. We're not, you know, we don't sit around making video games. So we pleaded Activision and whoever the next Call of Duty company that was going to be working on COD, which was Sledgehammer, we pleaded to do something different. We got something different. Okay, and we got exo movement. Sure, it might have came to a shock. A lot of people were saying, oh, it's a lot like Halo. It wasn't anything like Halo. I really was very, very skeptical about Advanced Warfare, and I actually did enjoy it. I know a lot of people didn't, but again, I changed with the times, and it was a game that I thought was fun. Did I think it was fun from the beginning? No, it took me a couple months of playing it to be like, okay, this is really fun. I actually really do enjoy this. I love jumping up over a building and just sniping someone in the head. That's just fun. That's fun to me, okay? I get it. It's not for everyone, to each his own, but I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed Black Ops 3 movement. The fact that you could just, you know, wall run around places. I mean, who'd think of that? Like, I mean, that was kind of cool and something new to bring up. It made the game more dynamic. It made things a little different, something else to look for, especially when playing competitive. Oh, someone's going around the map. I got to look for that. Oh, someone could easily wall run, zigzag up a barn, shoot over a building, but it just gave you something else to do, something that was different, and for some people, something that was really, really fun. Things that we won't see again. We all enjoyed the original Call of Duties, and we still sit here and say that they're possibly the best CODs ever, like Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 2. But not a lot of people play that. Obviously, we play a lot of COD 4 Remastered, and that's because they made it remastered, and you can play it on the new gen system. Some of those older games that they made backwards compatible, like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, we'll play every once in a while, but we really don't grind. I'm not speaking specifically to certain individuals that actually do grind those games, but as like a community, as a whole, we don't really play those. Okay, they're available for us, but we'll get on for a little bit and then they kind of grow stale because they're old. Let's face it, they're old. The new games are always going to be a little bit more fun, whether you like the movement, whether you like the ideas behind it, than the old ones, because you play the old ones and it's, at least when it comes to me, it's kind of I've been there, done that. You know, I'm like, my brain, the way my mind works is all about new, different. Sometimes new doesn't mean it's good, which, you know, for a lot of people, that's what you guys thought for these last 3 Call of Duties. But there's a couple things that I'm going to miss, and I think, you know, well, I kind of went over them. And, you know, who knows? Who knows if we'll ever go back to boosting 5-6 years from now when everyone starts complaining about boots and ground and how stale it is. Because you will, because it's what we do. We're video gamers, man. We're never happy. We are never happy, man. I mean, think about it. Like, actually think about it. Are we truly happy? I mean, I could go back to videos of people have made about Black Ops 2, about how much it sucked, and Modern 3 was a piece of shit. And it really, you know, now we look back and we're like, God, it was the best game ever. All the CODs were shit at one point. And I've been around, man. I've been around for 9 years of playing Call of Duty. Every Call of Duty at one point sucked. Now, opinions are a little stronger nowadays. Maybe you could blame social media for that, where now there's an outlet for people to be able to complain a little more. Back then, there wasn't really, I mean, social media was out there, but it wasn't really out there like it is now. I mean, we're filled with a world of just keyboard warriors, people that just want to fight and talk shit about everything. I mean, we got people that talk shit about YouTube videos about, you know, kids dying of cancer, and they hit a dislike. Like, what? Like, there's a special place in hell for you. So that's the world we live in. So I get that there's every Call of Duty it's going to be susceptible to a lot of opinion and criticism because you have way more Call of Duties to compare it to. It's not like a game that just came out and you know there's only been 2 or 3 of them. Call of Duty's been around for a very long time, so you're just going to compare it to every little thing. And it's unfortunate that sometimes that's the way our mind works. And, you know, again, I don't want you to think that I'm just like crashing the idea of going back to boots to ground. I love the idea that we're going back to boots to ground. I love the idea that now it's going to be about accuracy and not like who has fancy movement and who can run away the fastest and who has this laser and who has this robot. We ain't doing that anymore. Now it's about skill versus skill for the most part. But I'm just saying that these things, the things that I did already talk about, I am gonna miss it. I'm not saying I'm sad that we're moving away from it. I'm just saying I'm gonna miss it. It was a fun journey. It was a lovely, 3 years, but it's time to go back to old-fashioned combat that Call of Duty is. So there you have it, guys. The things that I am going to miss about the new gen Call of Duties, and to each his own. Everyone has an opinion. I had mine, and I shared it with you guys. Now, the next video you'll see next week will be very similar to this one, except it's going to be the 5 things that I'm not going to miss. And guess what? Number 1 is probably going to be the movement, even though I just said that I'm going to miss it. But it's one of those things where, yeah, I'm going to miss it, but at the same time, I'm not going to miss it. You know what I mean? It was, like I said, it was a fun 3 years, guys. It's time to go back. And like always, guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Have a wonderful week. Make sure to follow Antiks eSport. Description down below. If you guys are YouTubers as well, please be sure to send me an email. Let me know if you guys are interested in joining up. We're looking for content creators and streamers. So there's that. We'll see you soon.